Welcome to the Pyramid, a concept solo base design that can be used by small groups. It comes with 3 flank towers for amazing online defendability, which also use hidden bunkers for splitting loot. These are also covered by raised turret pods, which are used to cover the entire central pyramid in case of a breach. Flank towers with Patrico peaks are connected to multiple respawn areas, including 3 main respawns connected via TC passageways. These also come with Patrico peaks. A gatehouse area serves as a way to retake your compound and watch for door raids. The central starter core of the pyramid is bunkerless for improved living space and is used to further distribute loot. Pair these features with a central respawn point and low wall peak shooting floor, the pyramid might be the base for you. As you may have already noticed, I have upgraded my mic setup recently. Feel free to comment down below if this is an improvement. As always, if you enjoy what you see at any point, please consider supporting the channel by subscribing. We start off the tour showing off these Patrico peaks that cover the outside of the compound. There are also these glass windows that we can use to watch outside too. We enter one of the TC passageways. This entrance is airlocked by these double doors. You can use this to check outside before you advance. These windows can allow us to check the surroundings as well. These can be replaced with full walls if you would like. These Patrico peaks allow you to check outside your compound and also serve as a great flanking opportunity during a raid. Planter boxes are used here to create the perfect crouch height. Here is one of our main respawn points and also one of our 3 batteries. Here is the upkeep of each external TC. There are 3 of them on this base. The upkeep on this base is incredibly low relative to its size, and is easily manageable by a dedicated solo. We enter the gatehouse area through this single door. Once again we use these Patrico peaks to look inside our compound. These use planter boxes once again and also are covered by ramps. This jump up here allows us to watch for door raids. And here you will also find some space for extra deployables. You can place a bed here. Coming up to the final floor of one of the flank towers, we have these amazing Patrico peaks that you can crouch as well as gain some great vertical angles. Not only do these allow us to watch the top of our TC passageways, they also act as a heli peak. And on the other 2 sides we have these peaks here to look into a compound as well as outside. I have used large boxes here to crouch on. These can be replaced with other deployables to achieve different crouch heights. This flank tower also acts as a great way to cover your bunkered areas, which I will show later, as well as look back at the pyramid. Wall stacking of the TCs allow us to gain this extra peak that raiders may not expect. We now enter one of the 2 flank bedrooms. On the 3rd side, this is replaced with our entrance. By coming outside into the compound and onto our gatehouse, we can open the bunker with twig like so. Here there is a lot of storage space on each side for you to split loot. Above the flank tower there is space for a turret on each side. These are covered by chain link and cover a great range of angles in case of a breach. You can place a ladder or ladder hatch here to service the turret pod. On the left and right hand side of these towers, you will find prison gates that you can use to exit your compound quickly. These can also be used to surprise raiders to quickly flank them, as well as clear your gatehouses in case of door campers. The base has a staggering 12 exit points, including these prison gates. These little ramp areas allow us to use the glass window to look outside. These can be replaced with an embrasure if you would like. You can quickly check outside using the glass window, then jump above to clear the outside. We now enter the real entrance. We enter through the single door airlock. Here you will find a medium battery to power your electric furnaces. There is space here for many deployables. Feel free to customize this however you would like. This is my recommended setup. Reversed ramps allow us to increase the raid cost into the central circle. And here is our main TC. This is the upkeep. I would like to note that the high quality metal requirements to build and upkeep this base is incredibly low. This will allow you in a wipe to be able to craft many weapons using the high quality metal that you may have saved. On the 2nd floor of the pyramid, we have space for our main respawn point. This respawn point, coupled with this low wall shooting floor, can allow you to defend your base early on into the wipe as well as cover the bunkers. We simply use a campfire and small bots to use these peaks. You can place some deployables up here if you would like, including some more boxes. Before we get into the build section of the video, I would like to quickly thank Blue Haven Rust servers for sponsoring this video. Are you tired of getting offline raided and want to test one of my base designs? Blue Haven is the server for you. A 2x trio server dedicated to anti-offlines. They are one of the best servers to test your base design on, featuring 2x gather and online raid periods.
Sounds like the raid window's over. We're safe for now.
If you are interested and want to find out more about Blue Haven, you can find their Discord server on the screen or down in the description below. To start off the build, you want to place down the square foundation and these 3 triangles. Wall in the left hand side triangle, this is where your TC will be. Make sure to also place a half height frame. You can seal this in with a double door early on into the wipe. You can also place a shelf here for added storage space early on if you would like. You can place these ramps later, or you can place them now within your starter. You can place a floor here to help with box placement. I will show you how to place boxes on the ramps later on. This is your simple starter. Now we can expand by placing these foundations. The middle one will be your entrance. Make sure to put double door frames here. Both the left and right hand side are used for loot rooms. You can opt to remove a shelf here, it will decrease the raid cost, but it might be useful for higher deployables that won't place on shelves. You can add a floor to the top, making sure to leave a frame here for your jump up. When walling in this jump up, make sure you do not seal in the top. This will be your access to your shooting floor later. Add a half height shelf like so, and then you can add your door. Feel free to of course place double doors inside these frames, not garage doors early on into the wipe. I am only placing garage doors for the sake of the build video. On these 2 double doors, eventually you will place an armoured door. Make sure that they both open inwards, this will help with improved mobility. At this stage you can extend the second floor for your respawn point. This can be used for more storage space if you would prefer. Now we will honeycomb the base. You can place the remaining 2 squares as honeycomb. On the TC side, I would recommend upgrading this to high quality metal if you have the spare resources. It can be awkward upgrading this wall through the TC frame. Now add the foundations like so. This wall and floor can be left as stone as it doesn't relatively increase the raid cost. Now on the side of your entrance, place these 2 walls on either side, making sure to put a double door frame on the left hand side. You will repeat this on the other 2 sides. However, only on the side of your entrance will you add these single door frames. As mentioned, repeat this on the other 2 sides, only adding the double door frame. These can act as fake entrances, reducing the chance of a successful door raid early on into the wipe. Now you can simply honeycomb the rest of the ground floor using roof ramps. And then you can do the second floor as well. Now we will do our shooting floor. Make sure to place full half walls on this entrance side, and then place the other two half walls in the center. You should make a Y shape with these half walls in the center. Then alternate between low walls and half walls on the remaining outside spots. You should be left with this. Then you can add the frames and then simply add the triangle roofs above. This is what your base should look like. You can live out of this for a while you gain resources for your expansion. When you are ready to expand, you can place these final 3 triangles, which will be used as your gatehouse and compound entrance. Add single doors on either side and then a garage door. You can leave these single doors as stone. This will create the tiny pixel gap between the wall stacking. I would like to note that symmetry is on, so you must repeat this on the other 2 sides. You want to build out by 5 twig squares and then cap off with a triangle. Come back with 2 half moons and cap off with a triangle. You can delete your triangle build out, then build back by 2 more squares and cap off with another triangle. Now come back with 2 half moons and it should perfectly line up. There should be a tiny gap between these foundations. Upgrade these 2 triangles to metal and then you can upgrade these ones too. Delete your half moon and then you can build out by 4 squares. I make an error here building out by 5 squares and not 4. I will correct this. This is what your foundation layout should be. As you stand on this triangle foundation, you will lose building privilege. This is a great way of checking your foundation layout. You can now upgrade these foundations like so. Of course this is decaying right now, so we want to place our TC. You can leave this frame as stone and not metal, it will not relatively increase the raid cost. You can also honeycomb the TC at this stage. Now we will complete our passageways. On this second square away from the TC, you will place your Patrica peaks. We build out by this square foundation so we can place this ramp. This ramp will cover your head from raid bases while using the peak. I recommend placing low walls here to prevent door campers from hiding underneath. We use 3 separate planters for a perfect hitbox. For some reason the large planter will have a different hitbox and will not allow you to crouch properly. Feel free to replace these windows with full walls if you would like. This can benefit you in online raids, as raiders will not be able to see you flanking. Make sure that these 2 double doors open outwards. Place 2 frames on either side facing towards your base. On the outside you want to build out by 1 triangle and then a square. We will place a ramp on top of this to turn this into a hard side so it can't be soft sided. Repeat this on the other side too. You can place triangle floors on top, making sure to leave a gap on the left hand side, or the right hand side as you leave the base. We will then place a half wall with a low wall on top to create a peak to watch door raids. You can also place a single door frame here, as well as some double door frames. These double door frames should also be upgraded to metal to support the bunker above. As previously mentioned, if you upgrade these single door frames to metal, the conditioner will cover the gap. By leaving this as stone, it will fix this problem. By rotating these frames that we just placed and upgrading them to metal, we can create our tiny pixel peaks. Don't worry if you forget this, it's not vital. Place a garage door for your jump up to seal your gatehouse. And once again we will use planter boxes to create a perfect crouch height. Now we will expand our gatehouse. We can create our bunker first. Make sure that these frames face outwards. They must be rotated so the conditioner is showing. This will seal your bunker gap so no one can leap through or see through into your bunker. I recommend testing that your bunker works before you upgrade. You can place these floors at half height to create your shelves within your bunker. You can leave the left hand side one as your jump up. You should upgrade all your walls to metal. I missed one here, but make sure you upgrade it as well. The next stage is order specific, so make sure you follow it in this order. Place alternating walls and windows like so. You can floor in the top. And then, before adding the frames or the roof, we must place this half-height floor to create our frame. This will allow us to place our turret pod chain link. Once you have placed this triangle frame, you can then place the double door frames. You should also upgrade this frame to metal, then expand like so. At this stage you can add your turrets if you have them. You then want to place this triangle floor. This will cover the final gap of the bunker. Also, I'd recommend placing another floor to make sure the bunker isn't sealed. It must snap onto the one on the outside. I also strongly recommend upgrading this to the container skin if you have it. This will help with peeking inside this flank tower. Now place 2 barricades on top. You can also place your windmills. On the outside, on top of the passageway, place 1 half wall and then a frame. This will then allow you to place your ramp peak. Place all horizontal embrasures facing inwards. On both sides you want to place this frame, upgrade it to metal, then place your ramp peaks here too. You should also add square jump ups here to access your prison gate. Add ramps here to cover your Patrico peaks below. I recommend having the gate opening next to the tower. This is because you can get caught on the external walls. Now we will do our compound. Compound placement is very simple, so just get your walls and then you place them like this. They should line up perfectly alongside this wall here. Try and place them parallel to the windows. This doesn't have to be perfect, but it will help with placement. Now I will show some recommended deployables, shortly followed by upgrades. I recommend upgrading all of these triangles to high quality metal. After these final box placements, the base is complete. If you did make it this far, please consider subscribing and joining the Discord community in the link down below. Thank you for watching.